Hey readers, it's Miss Haas. Welcome to Reading Workshop. I want to start by reviewing what we have been doing in our research project so far. So we've been researching the American Revolution, and I know what a lot of you guys are probably thinking. Wow, this is really fascinating work that is really making us think how history is really repeating itself. We're seeing a lot of things happening on our televisions with what's going on with our world, of people standing up and speaking for what is right. And it's something that's happened in the past. So this unit is really relevant to what is happening now. So I want to start by reviewing the work that we have been doing. We have been gathering sources to preview the topic. We've chosen books that have given us an overview or a summary of the American Revolution. We've generated a list of subtopics that appeared a lot. We have worked on text structures. And today we're going to be working on pausing at the ends of chunks and recalling or remembering the text in a structured way, in a way that makes sense. So as you see in the models here, maybe I'm listing events based on their chronological order or cause and effect, or maybe boxes and bullets. So it's just different ways that I can note take. I'm also going to be working on recording only the important things. So let's give it a go. Our teaching point for today is researchers learn how important parts of a topic fit together by taking notes from a text. So after we have read a part that seems important, we want to stop and ask what is important about this part. We don't want to record just any details. We only want to record important details. We also want to ask, how does what I'm learning fit with what I already learned? So we have been learning a lot about the American Revolution, but now we're going to be focusing on a very specific topic or subtopic of the American Revolution. And for myself, today I'm going to be reading about the Boston Massacre. So this is important content vocabulary that matches the American Revolution. The Boston Massacre is a very specific event during the American Revolution an event that happened before the American Revolution that was, one of the starting points for it. So what are we trying to achieve today? Today I'm going to pause at the ends of the chunks and recall the text in a way that fits the structure. I also want to record only the important details. And just to give you a quick review, a detail is important enough to record when it connects to something bigger, like to a main idea, a main issue, or the subtopic. It sparks thinking, and the jotting adds to my thinking. So meaning it's making you think of new and bigger ideas. It is important to the topic, and you haven't recorded it before. That's also important because you want to make sure that your notes are not just repeating and you're saying the same point over and over again. So if you feel that that is happening, you might not want to record that detail. So let's try it today. So readers, I'm using my document camera now to show you how I'm going to be reading this nonfiction text, which I've already marked the genre here. And I'm just going to practice the teaching point. I am going to read and I'm going to stop and ask myself, what is important and what is something that is worth note-taking about? Okay, so this is The Wigmaker's Boy and the Boston Massacre. In 1770, the wig shop where hold on a second, let me see if I can read this better. Okay, this is better. In 1770, the wig shop where Edward Garrick worked was very busy. George III, King of England, had sent hundreds of soldiers to Boston. Okay, so I just learned that the king had sent hundreds of soldiers to Boston. Okay. And each soldier wore a white wig. 6 days a week, the teenage apprentices greased, curled, and powdered the long hair of the soldiers' wigs. After work on Monday, March 5th, Edward was standing on King Street. Captain John Goldfinch walked by. Weeks before, another apprentice in the wig shop had shaved this officer. So this is matching what we learned before. The apprentices are working with the soldiers there. The master had promised the captain's money to that boy, but Goldfinch was slow to pay. Edward yelled, "There goes the fellow that won't pay my master." The captain ignored Edward. He had paid his bill that afternoon, but he wasn't going to answer a greasy boy. Later that evening, Edward was still grumbling about Goldfinch. "He's mean," the boy complained to his friend, Bartholomew. Hugh White, the private guarding the customs house, answered back, "The captain's a gentleman," he told Edward. "There are no gentlemen in that regiment," Edward cried. White snapped. "Let me see your face." Okay, so I learned a lot so far. Here are the notes that I've taken. I learned that Edward really did not like Captain Goldfinch. He seems really upset. He's saying, "Oh, that guy, he's mean," the boy complained. Right? Now, why is that important? It seems important because he is accusing him of not paying the wig shop. Okay. Now, what is that making me think? It's making me think that colonists and British soldiers really did not appreciate each other. And what's more, it seems like they're really mad at each other. There's a lot of tension going on in this scene. Readers, did you notice how I was learning how important parts of a topic fit together by taking notes from a text? First, after I read a part that seemed important, I stopped and I thought, what was important here? And I asked myself, how does what I'm learning fit with what I already learned? And I jotted about those things using some sentence starters. I learned, it seems important, and it's making me think. Now, we paused at the end. We were recording. This is what we were working on. Now, what you're going to be working on your own, how you're going to be doing this successfully will be, first, you're going to continue reading your American Revolution book, or you're going to choose a new one if you're already done with the one you previously started. Remember to read with a lens of history, just like what we learned before, but today you're going to continue to note take. As you read, continue taking notes of important information. And today you're going to choose the subtopic that you want to continue researching. So I'm going to put a list up for you guys, and I want you to choose one of those subtopics. And of course, submit your work. Good luck!